Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are discussing the Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, text number 17. We are resuming the study after a week break. Avinashi tu tadvidhi ene sarvam idam tadam vinasham avyayasyasya na kasyit kartum arhadi. You should know that one who pervades the entire body is imperishable. Nobody is capable of annihilating the immortal soul. So now we see that the atomic soul, which has made this body as the residential quarter, is located in the region of the heart, along with mind, intelligence, and false ego. So it stays in the heart. There is no mind, no intelligence, no ego here. The head is something like a speaker phone, right? When you turn on the speaker phone, you can hear loudly outside. But the subtle message is conveyed from you, and the speaker phone is just broadcasting it. Similarly, the soul resides in the body, but the brain actually broadcasts it. So here, this particular atomic particle, which is the spiritual particle, which is the soul, cannot be perceived by any of our modern technology. It is beyond our material concept of life. Through stethoscope, you can see the palpitation of the heart or the pulse beating. They can see the heartbeats by putting the stethoscope there. It may be faster, it may be moderate, or can be very slow. From there, the doctors find out the person's cardiac system. Actually, because of the presence of the soul, heart actually have this beating program. So when the soul leaves the body, the heartbeat stops. The person or anybody in this world cannot see this soul and super soul. So when soul leaves the body, because super soul leaves the body, when super soul leaves the body, the soul cannot actually leave. That is the below psychological system. Gross is the gross life, because you can see the gross manifestation of this world. Then the subtle is the mental realm. When you go to sleep, you can see the dreams and various things. In the dream that you make many plans, but in the morning, all the plans are collapsed as you wake up in the same body. Oh, you think it is just a dream. Similarly, the gross life, what we are living, a comfortable life or uncomfortable life, all these things are also a dream. But it actually goes a little more days. The dream ends at the end of the night, but the gross dream ends at the time of death. So when the soul leaves the body and go to another body, right, the soul's consciousness and the desires all withdrawn from the body, and it goes with the soul to the another body. So this body actually lays dead. There is no activity, there is no actions whatsoever. So this minute particle in conditional life is very invisible. Liberated stage, people can actually see things as they are. Therefore, Krishna consciousness, Krishna bhakti is a science, not comes under religious life, not at all. So this is the understanding. So what Krishna is saying, what is located in the heart and makes this body act, that is permanent. That is not temporary, like your eating, sleeping, and all those things. So it is permanent, it is eternal. Only thing, it takes one jacket, giving up the old jacket, keep on changing. So here, Lord actually also quote, Yada pragashayadi eko kridasnam lokam imam ravi. Kshetram kshetri tada kridasnam pragashayadi bharata. Exactly like the sun shines in the eastern horizon and it spreads all over the globe. The globe gets sunshines. Similarly, the soul, being located in the region of the heart, spreads its light, which is consciousness, all over the body. And Krishna says, or the Upanishad says, because Vedesha Sarvair Ahameva Vedyo, the entire Vedic literature, everything which are corollaries of the Lord, all are created by the Lord only. Vedesha Sarvair Ahameva Vedyo Vedanta Krut Veda Videvichaham. I am the compiler of the Vedas as well. So in the Upanishad it is said, Keshagra Sada Bhagasya Sadada Kalpidasya cha. If you take a tip of the hair and cut it into 100, and each piece again you cut it into 100, which is not possible at all. That is the dimension of the soul. Just like a point has no magnitude, right? Size. So similarly, the soul also has no size. Means you cannot perceive that size. Size is there, but we cannot, with our modern apparatus or tape or something, we cannot measure that. So that is the dimension of the soul. So this very soul is found everywhere. Everything that actually moves due to the presence of the soul, whether it's a bug or a mosquito or an elephant or tiger, lion, human being, demons, everyone can actually move. There is no problem because the soul's presence is there. Without soul, nothing can move. That is the difference between Jada Shakti and Jiva Shakti. Jiva Shakti is the conscious living beings, energy. Energy is manifested through consciousness, or the consciousness is the symptom of the energy of the soul. So all these things are, we need to comprehend. So this is missing. But when one take up the service of the Supreme Lord, thinking that this gross and subtle world is only giving me accurate and acute, right? In the sense that perfectly accurate miseries. Therefore, gross and subtle miseries are given by this material body and material existence. Therefore, scripture explains, you take shelter of the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Sri Krishna, who is the very source of our atomic souls. One soul, we are, I am, and you are all also souls. So we are all souls, but we are trapped in the gross and material dreams. The gross dreams, as I said, it goes a little longer, and subtle dreams goes just half a day or a few hours, whether you're sleeping in the daytime or you sleep at night, but eventually the dreams will be vanquished. Similarly, our entire existence is a little longer dream. Our acquiring, our establishment of our empire, businesses, anything that you actually see in this world, right? And anybody is involved, whether it is in politics or religion or entrepreneurship, or anything you take, technology, science, is all simply different kinds of dream that last until the soul leaves the body. So none of this has any value without being connected to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore, if we take shelter of the Supreme Lord, just like waves or the current of Ganga, right? The river, our pious river, it can carries away everything. It takes in its current. Doesn't matter if it is an elephant or any powerful beings of this material world. The current will take it away. But you can see a small fish, very small, teeny fish, right? It swims against the current. It goes like this. There's a small fish. Why? Because it has taken the shelter of the water. Therefore, it actually goes against the current. But an elephant, which eats 1 quintal of food, 100 kilo, 200 kilo every day, it cannot survive in the current of the water. It will be gone and it reaches in the ocean and be dead. But a fish, not. Similarly, no matter how a materialistic person, powerful may be, but he will be destroyed by the influence of time. But a person who has taken the shelter of the Supreme Lord and chanting regularly the holy name of the Lord, he can actually go against the current because he has taken the shelter of the Lord. So this entire cosmic order is under him just because his father, his master, his best friend, Suhrit, and his best lover is the owner of the entire universe. Only that person can actually survive according to the scriptures. Everyone will be annihilated, which means the body will be annihilated, given another chance in another body. So every life after life we get is only a chance to do a correction on our different kinds of mistakes that we have committed. So this is the knowledge of this particular soul. So we are smaller than the smallest, infinitesimal, and Krishna is infinite. So what is the duty of the infinitesimal atomic soul? Is to serve the infinite Supreme Lord. Therefore, he has begotten us, given us life. But now we are some or other, due to misfortune, we are engaged in different other kinds of material gains. Thereafter, the material gains are used on our own mental and physical satisfaction. If not, somebody else's mental and physical satisfactions, which means we engage that hard labor. So in the form of various kinds of relationships and friendship. So we just spread out and become a great guy in front of the human society. So let us understand the science of the soul and body and time and material nature and eventually God, and act piously and engage in the service of the Lord. If not always, at least regularly. The best thing is to engage in the service of the Lord always. Krishna dropped the flower today when I was explaining. I'm seeing there. Lord is standing right in front of me. So this is the explanation of this particular verse. Thank you very much, and Hare Krishna.